Get out of here!
All golf, all day, every day.
Gotta get loose.
You were up by 9 strokes after the first 2 holes. You're probably going to want a little differentiation. Not a word, but
Cut that part out of the podcast.
Somebody give me something to drink.
I'm going to slap that smile right off your face, Blake. These aren't stupid questions.
And it's a Rich Golf Podcast brought to you by Partabs, www.partabs.com. What's going on, fellas?
Not much.
Cool.
Real life here, geez.
Nothing went on this weekend that nobody's bring up or anything.
Oh, we can
Buffalo!
talk about that right away.
Yeah, my Billies ended up crushing.
I 100% thought that was the first thing you were just gonna interrupt Blake's intro and just start yelling Buffalo.
It was funny. Like, okay, anyone who's listening and watched the game, they know it was kind of a tense game. And it was somewhere in the fourth quarter. And I was just like, I'm going to text Jordan just to make fun of him right now. And then I'm like, I had my phone up. I was typing and I was like, nope, don't jinx it. I put it right down. I was like, I'll save that from later.
Yes. It's always good to wait until the game is actually at zeros.
And the big concern was, like, I had the utmost faith in Allen that he would pull it through, but when it was like 4 minutes left, 4-2, Buffalo has the ball, and you're given it. If you whatever you decide to do, you're probably going to give Mahomes 4 minutes. So it's like that's bad scenario. Like, so when he went for it and ended up running it in,
yes.
Oh, it was just, and I mean, that's what they were all saying. They're like, he's got to go for it. He's got to go for it, which I was a big fan of. And then to end up doing that play, it's just, yeah, that was perfect.
It's what, that play happened. And I literally, before the play started, I'm like, Josh Allen's going to run. I didn't assume he was going to run for the touchdown, but I'm like, he's going to run. He's going to run for it. Like, that's his default. Like, he's a very good runner.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he did. And I was...
Him and Lamar Jackson, always on Prize Picks, taking their rush yards is usually a pretty good pick. Yeah, it really is. But anyways, I'll keep the bragging to a minimum. Go Buffalo.
What are the Chiefs had how many game winning streak?
That was a
15 game winning streak.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, it has to end sometime, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And who better to do it?
15-game losing streak, huh?
Whoa. The more impressive thing was that the Chiefs had a 20-some game streak or 20 or 30 game streak of not allowing 28 or more points per game, and that got shattered too.
Yeah.
Breaking all the records.
Goddamn Buffalo.
That's what Buffalo does.
Did anybody win any money off the games this weekend?
$45.
45, all right.
Kirk Cousins really fucked me.
That's a common phrase that people have said before.
Yeah, well, then the fourth they took him out. So I was like, oh, well, because it was passing yards, and I was like, all right, well, that's fucking done.
Absolute no chance now.
Yeah,
I went 3-1 in the morning slate on Saturday, and then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, as much as I used to not kind of watch football, now I watch it all the time. But I remember I'd be at a friend's house or something. I'm like, oh gosh, football games take forever. Now that I'm a betting person and I need them to hit certain things, I'm like, it's going too fast. They need to slow down.
Oh my God, it's third quarter already.
Some stuff here. Yeah, it goes pretty quick now.
It's not enough time to get all these yards.
Whoa, baby, slow down.
Yeah.
Got to start being an under better, and then it's hurry this game up. Jeez, quit stopping.
Yeah, then that's always anxiety too, though, because you're just you're praying that they stop mid-run. Oh wait, just stop! Don't run anymore.
Don't do that. Don't try and
start out winning.
Nope, I did not see. Well, I did not get to watch football. I was actually on my roof doing repairs, and then my neighbors must have been watching it outside because I heard something about a field goal and everybody screaming over there. And
yeah, saw that one too.
Yeah, the blocked field goal, the Bears kick. So Packers squeak by too.
Happens to everyone.
Should have that been a squeak by, or they should have kind of blown the Bears out of the water?
This ain't gonna be a popular opinion
never
with Brady probably, but Bears should have won that game.
That's
Well, if it comes down to a blocked field goal, then yeah, they should have won that.
technically they probably should have got a penalty on that field goal because you're not supposed to like run over the
Okay.
snapper, but
Yeah.
guys do it all the time. As long
I'll
as
take
it's
it when I
not like,
get in.
yeah, just take the win.
I tell you what, I was saying this at work today too. If you would have took Williams for his rushing yards, you probably would have hit it too.
Yeah, he was running.
Because he was running all over the field.
Packers have a pretty notoriously terrible rush quarterback defense. How do you describe that? Quarterback rush defense? I don't know. They always be letting quarterbacks run all over. The history of them, like they just like, you want to run at them? Yeah, fucking go ahead. Like, we ain't gonna stop you.
That's the only thing you're gonna do though. We'll stop everything else.
That's funny.
200 yards or some bullshit like in that playoff game.
Colin Kaepernick, you talking about?
Yeah.
So, Brady, when you were out on your vacation out in Colorado, did you talk to that guy about being on the podcast?
For like a half second.
Hey, I got a podcast you should be on. He's like, all
I
right.
got a podcast. All right, let's go for a hike.
That's it, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's good. All right. That's all I need. He's down?
Maybe.
But Jesus, I thought you went out there to like
Well,
3 weeks
Blake,
ago,
a
you're like,
half-second conversation.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. You're not getting a lot of details hammered out in that, right?
How many words are getting in that a half second?
Right?
no, because like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, we talked about having him on. He's like, yeah, he's down. Actually, you know what? I'll find out better when I go out there in like 3 weeks. And then you didn't even ask him, did you?
Well, a lot came up, you know. Had to look at those moose and then the mountains and stuff.
It's too much pressure. We're not a guest podcast. We wouldn't know what to say.
I would.
Holidays coming up and busy time of year now. Yeah, wait till spring.
Jesus, I'm going out there in January. How about I ask?
Knock yourself out, man.
Yeah, we won't be on that night.
What's his address? Put it out on the
Don't even know it.
All right. Well, that blows.
There goes the whole episode. Now we have
Might be good. You don't know.
No, that's right. I'll tell you what I do need to do though is actually when Jordan and I do our guys shopping trip here in the next couple of weeks, I need to get a new grip for my 60. So we got to stop at Golf Galaxy and then
Don't let Jordan put it on.
I'm going to say then Jordan's going to put it on for me. So because he broke Alex's driver.
I broke one club out of the hundreds that maybe not hundreds, out of the 50 probably clubs I've done.
People don't forget.
Well, it's not like it was a brand new tailor-made driver. I'm sure that thing went through the ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. And I didn't even care to use it, tell you the truth. It was one of two drivers in my bag, so it didn't get used very much.
Speaking of shopping trips and whatnot, I did forget to bring up one thing when we did our Black Friday podcast.
What's that?
Do you guys follow the Reddit thread called Daily Golf Steals?
I don't read.
I
On
don't.
Reddit, so
I do not.
they got some pretty good. It's like every day they post like, I don't know, a dozen different like super good golf deals, and it like varies from a whole bunch. Like today, I mean, you can get $40 off a Scotty Cameron putter. That's not a great deal, but it's still money off. But like you can get this $120 dry fit quarter zip Nike top for $30.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's
and
good.
this $60 coat for $15. Like I don't know, they just have a bunch of random deals out there. Yeah, $120 Nike golf shoes for $68 today.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look it up. Reddit. Daily Golf Steals is the name.
Have you guys bought anything from Temu?
No.
Kylie's bought a few things she's been happy with, but she buys crap all the time. It doesn't
I think-
matter.
I think Jill's bought a couple things too off of there. I don't
Did it
know.
break
I
already?
couldn't tell you what.
Yeah, I think they'll try to tell you it's quality just so they can justify it a little bit, but it's crap.
They
I'm
know
kind of
it's
keeping
not,
my
yeah.
voice down because she'll hear this. So
I'm pretty sure they know it's not quality.
yeah, that's
It's
true.
only $4. If it's $4, you're
Well,
getting what you pay for.
And I don't know if this is all women. I shouldn't say like, but like she definitely buys things that like she has no need of having.
But it was on sale.
Yeah, it was like $4 instead of 28. I'm like, yeah, but we didn't need like a I don't know. I don't even have an example, but
We didn't need 20 new pot holders.
Yeah.
or this new candle stand or whatever.
Mhm.
No, I get
Big
it.
waste of money.
Yes, I agree. That also happens here.
Although if you were in my house, if I wasn't for a wife, my house would just be like bare walls with like nothing on them. Because I'd be like, well, it looks fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
By
No,
the
that is-
way,
That's
I
beautiful.
don't know if our listeners get annoyed by this. Do you realize how many times we say like
You
in
say
the
it a lot.
podcast?
I say it a lot.
On.
I say it a bunch too. I've noticed, but I can't stop doing
Like,
it.
what do you mean?
Either can I. And
It was-
as I like hear it, oh, I just did it. I'm just. Oh, it's so hard not to say.
Dude, our first podcast that we had you on, you're like, man, that was fun. How'd it go? I go, you say like a lot. You're like, no, I don't. And I rewound it maybe 10 minutes, and you go, like, and you're golfing, and like the leaves kind of fall down from the trees, and like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? You're like, oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, I don't even know how I'm going to stop doing that.
Don't worry about it.
I have to think about my sentence first now.
I say it an awful lot too, and I've tried like just do it again. I've tried thinking about it when I'm talking,
Yeah,
and it never
it's not gonna work.
happens.
Nope. You're all
So
screwed.
I apologize to anyone if they get annoyed by that. It's not good.
Next week will be
It's like the
the
worst.
no like episode where we have to talk without saying the word like.
Every time we say it, what happens? We got to figure out a punishment.
Minus one
Take a
stroke.
shot.
Take a shot. No?
Oh God, we'll all be dead.
Legs ain't making it to work the next day.
We better make it
Yeah.
a Saturday night episode or something, maybe.
Yeah. Going back to shopping, Alex and I had a good conversation the other day about Facebook Marketplace, which I fucking hate because I'm trying to sell my lawn sweeper, yard sweeper, whatever, the pull behind one with the lawnmower,
Mhm.
and like.
Dude, you can't.
Gotcha.
You won't stop.
I can't do it. All right. And I put it on Facebook Marketplace. A gal messages me, how wide is it? I'm like, I don't know, but I'll message you when I get back home. Took a measurement, sent it to her, dead, silence. Had a guy message me that afternoon, hey, interested, can I pick it up after work next day? I waited a little bit to see if that gal messaged me back. She didn't. So I messaged him. I'm like, yep, it is. You can pick it up. Da da da. I gave him 5 hours to respond. I got no response. I'm like, all right, he's dead. So then I got a guy that messaged me. He's like, is it still available? I said it is. He said, give me a call. Called him. He's like, I'll for sure take it. Could you deliver it to some?
You're saying so many likes.
Am I? I'm really trying to like
Yeah.
call him out here. So I do, and as soon as literally 15 minutes after that guy messaged me and I got off the phone, that other dude messaged me back. He said, yeah, I will be there at 3:00. I'm like, God
Too
damn
late,
it.
buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I got this. And then Alex was telling me about his adventure. I hate.
So I was the opposite.
I
story.
hate stuff. Yeah, tell me.
There was a guy who had an F-150 for sale. I want a winter beater because I don't want to drive my nice pickup around. So I messaged him. I said to him, "Hey, would you be an all?" He wanted $2,000, and I'm a low balling dude. I was like, "Whoop!" I said, "Would you take 1,200 for it?" He messaged me back a little bit later, and he told me to, and I knew exactly what he meant. He messaged me. He goes, "Show up after dark in dark clothing." It's like, that's weird to say to somebody. And I know what he meant. I was trying to rob him, so like he could shoot me, I guess, if he wanted to. I don't know. So
So
I
let them
messaged him
know
back.
then.
I messaged him back. I said weird. And anyways, the whole conversation, it started getting kind of trolly because he was angry. He called me a lowballing asshole.
Which is true.
All
Yeah,
right.
and then he called me a little prick.
Jesus.
You kept
Realize that.
responding.
I kept responding to him.
I'm sure you were
Yeah.
having a great time.
I was having a ball. And I don't remember all I said. I told him essentially it was one of the worst trucks that Ford made, and it really was. They had notorious problems and stuff, but he said he's like, if it's such a piece of shit, why do you even want it? And I was like, well, I need a POS for winter. And he's like, well, you need something. And I was just like, yeah, F-150 for
Yeah.
$1,200. And that might have been when the little comment came. I can't remember, but Marketplace, it's a weird place.
When you were telling me that, I thought, as you were describing that story, I go, this is exactly why I fucking hate marketplaces, because people like you.
Well,
You're
see,
just like,
I don't get, if someone lowballs me, I don't get offended.
You say,
And
no.
I just say no.
This is the price.
Yep. And I said that to him. I was like, no was always on the table. You could have said that instead of calling me an asshole. But I'm sure some people listening were like, yeah, I would have said the same thing to you. But
If they would have said show up in dark clothes at dark time, I would have been very shocked. The exact same thing.
that really struck me. I was totally expecting the no response, but then it started. But I just can't let that stuff go. Like I just am like, okay, here's my little trolley stuff now because you called me an asshole.
right.
Like, no, how about like 1800? Like, all right,
Guys,
now we got something to work
you
with.
said like 3 times in one sentence.
You said 4 words and 3 of them
He
were
was-
like,
He was doing it for effect.
It's gonna be in our heads now.
I know, we're
For
all
sure.
stop talking so stupid because we're not trying to say the word like.
Yeah, like yes.
It is. I had to restructure half that story just so I didn't have to say the word like.
I'll say it every other word. I don't care.
I think you got your title for this episode, but
What did that be like?
Like,
a likely story. I don't know.
like,
Marketplace. I don't know.
Yeah,
Called
we can talk
not
about golf.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Golf season's over.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of sucked up my last opportunity here.
Well,
But-
we talk about the golf cart repairs.
Oh yeah, shit. I was gonna bring that up too. So yeah, there's an interesting Jordan. I might need your help this weekend, because I gotta load up the LT Gray into my truck.
Ooh.
That's a snowmobile, but yeah.
Yeah, so the snowmobile project, I'm taking that back with me
Yeah.
to my.
Well, so anyone listen, if you've seen the video, our golf cart runs and drives, but it has a hard time going up hills. And in my brain, I'm mildly handy when it comes to mechanics. I kept thinking there had to be some kind of compression issue or something that it just didn't want to go up these hills.
I think it was just it had our fat asses on it.
No, it's still 9 horse, baby. Come on, that'll do it. So I tore off the head the other day. This was last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. And when we started it up last year, there was this black stuff coming from the head, and I was like, "Oh, that ain't good. Whatever's going on there." So I took off the head, and there was this black buildup or whatever in there, but it also didn't have a head gasket. And I'm
Supposed to?
nothing doesn't have a head gasket. Like
Yeah,
everything
that's-
has a head gasket. So I was like, that has to be true with a golf cart, an old Harley golf cart. So sure enough, I look it up, and you can buy one. You get a whole gasket set for $10. And I watched a video of a guy and tear one down, put it back together. It had a head gasket and everything. I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't make sense that this. So what more than likely happened when I bought this golf cart? They told me they took it out and put in a different one, and they kind of went through it. Well, they must have forgot to put the head gasket in. So I put that on, and now she actually starts pretty quick, but I haven't actually taken it out and drove it to see if we, have a better compression going up hills, and she doesn't lose compression. So hopefully next week we have an update if it actually is going up hills and stuff good now, not losing compression, and actually is fully functional now.
You said there was a bunch of those holes in the cylinder head that are for cooling that were all clogged up.
Those
too,
were
right?
clogged up with that black shit too. So I mean, it just really needed to be gone through. Do the other gaskets and stuff probably need to be replaced? Probably, but I'm not doing it. I'm tired of working on it. But because I had to shoot it full of starting fluid just to get, because I had it in my little shed, and I just had to dump it in there to get it started, and it would take forever. The starter would just keep rolling over, and it wouldn't. And that's a sign of bad compression too. And once I put that head gasket on, that starter maybe rolled over 10 times and she fired right up. That didn't even have choke on. So
Progress.
I think after 2 years we're finally getting there. So
I think all I'm going to do with the snowmobile one for the SMO Open is put that golf club rack on the back of it so you can put 2 clubs on it and drive around on the ice.
you might want to
Nice.
carry Brady around on the ice. He doesn't fall again and
I'm down for that.
bust. Oh man. I know we've talked about it 1,000 times,
free
but
ride.
you crawling
To the snow.
crawling on the ice after you fell. Oh my gosh. You're just like,
Or-
oh my gosh.
Old
No.
big time Timmy Jim took quite the tumble. We did a hike up in the mountains on like a little snowy trail, and I didn't see it fall, but he apparently took quite the spill. He was limping around pretty good the next day.
Oh really? Legs
Little
up in the air
90-year-old
type
man.
fall where you slip so bad your whole body just goes up somehow.
Yeah, I think he was probably fully horizontal.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Bray, but that was just. I could see it in my head. I'm imagining it right now. Yeah, when you fell, you like
So funny.
army crawled back
Crawled,
to the
yeah.
snow. I'm like, oh man, he's seriously hurt.
He
right
was
now.
he was army crawling to get. We were still on the ice, but there was like a little snow bank where he knew he could at least get up and
Yeah.
just
I was like,
crawling.
I'm not going to try to stand on this stuff I just slipped on. Let me
On this-
crawl
on this-
over to this slightly firmer ground at least.
On this broken hip that I just got.
Yeah.
On my bones that I just shattered. I'm not gonna try to stand up on them. I know.
Hopefully there's
sore for a
ice this
while.
year.
Hopefully,
There's been-
yes.
Oh, I might fall again. It was fine in the other spot. A lot of traction on the grass, let me tell you.
Yeah, we have what was it? Mid November. So we got till December, January, mid February to get ice. I think
3 months.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be fine there. I'm looking forward to it.
It's in my calendar.
Well,
Yeah,
that
but
way,
It's on my
Army.
wife's. It's on my wife's birthday every year, so I don't forget it. I didn't go last year though, so
Yeah, you weaned out.
well,
Oh, yeah.
it's my wife.
Didn't
I
bother
probably
you the
should-
3
I
years
prob-
before.
I probably should give her like one every 5 years, where
Fair.
I stay home.
Seems like a good ratio.
Let's not
Yeah.
make her too happy. Maybe one every 10 years.
Well, I told her I was like, let's get a sitter. You go to Blake's house. You just sit by the fire, sip your
Right.
cocoa. Don't you have
What
a
fire?
fireplace?
I do, but I don't usually light it up.
Well, that's dumb. That's what it's
Just
used
for
for.
looks, huh?
Yeah, one of those show fireplaces, huh?
Yeah.
She could
No, I
just go into the moose and just drink at the bar there.
We only use our
it's-
plates like twice a year. It's so damn hot.
Yeah, they do cook. All right,
Yeah.
we done? Is that a half
Yeah,
hour?
we can, no, we can shorten it up today because I am tired and yeah, it's been a day. So, but yeah, this weekend we'll go load the snowmobile, bring it back to my house, give the old golf cart a test rip, see how fast it
Maybe
goes.
maybe troll some more people on Facebook Marketplace.
Might
Yep.
have to. I'm still
Yeah.
looking for a pickup. Anyone got one out there? They're willing to sell for $1,200. Has to run and move. You know, it
Asking a
can't.
lot.
And absolutely
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
Has to have a title. I want something that's worth about $8,000 for $1,200.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there's those deals. But you know, I said the bad thing with the internet is those deals are few and far between now because everyone
in
gets
seconds.
online and
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
see
it's
what
got-
their stuff's worth or what it's selling for, and yeah, it's kind of hard to get those deals anymore.
As they post a deal and 700 people see it, so it's gone in an instant. Like,
Yeah, I had one of those a couple weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure that guy had so many options. He never even messaged me back, and it was seriously within like probably half hour. It said it was sold already.
yeah, last time I sold my car, I sold it for a little cheap, and it was gone instantly. And then we were still getting messages for like the next week about it. And I was like, dude, we put on there that it's sold. It's gone. Like,
Yeah, how Blake was facing this dilemma when someone messages you on Marketplace and you kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to say you play favorites with the people that message you, but then like you'll get one and you'll almost like guarantee them it. Then you'll see someone else and it's like, hey, I'm closer. and I can pay you right now and be there in 10 minutes, it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
That's so nice. Yeah.
No, I don't do that to people. I mean, I don't need the money, but also like
Whoa.
That's a
Subtle
first.
brag.
Yeah.
Subtle brag.
Jeez.
I don't
I don't know.
need the
Is Rich
$80.
Golf doing that good?
Absolutely not.
I don't need the $80 for my lawn sweeper, or else I'm not gonna eat that week. Okay, so like they message me and then they say, "Hey, I want this. I won't be able to get there for a day." I'm like, "That's fine. I'll give it a day. I'll mark it pending. I'll let people know if they message me. Be like, hey, if they don't want it, you're next in line."
I'm impatient.
But then there's also people that like, God damn it, I said it. There's also people when they message you and their profile picture is absolute trash, and you're just like, I do not want to deal with.
I have 100% done that.
Yeah,
Like
Dude
when
who's
when
got,
I'm buying
double
something
bird with a
too,
beer bottle in the pictures.
when
well,
I'm buying a vehicle, like I'll go to their Facebook page, I'll look through their photos, and no offense, if you look like you treat your vehicles like crap, I'm not buying it.
Probably do.
yep.
Yeah, like, and take the time to like dress up the photo. Don't take it next to your abandoned house
Right.
with couches and sofas sitting outside. Like, I mean, I don't know.
There's that with like realtors and houses pics too. Like you look at some pictures online of houses and it's like they have like, piles of clothes and like the picture of the living room or like, garbage in the corner or like stuff on that. And it's like, what?
I agree with all of that, but your use of like was insane.
I don't care. I told you I was going to say as many times as I freaking wanted.
I don't even think you want to. You're like betting yourself that you can now. Oh, no, I agree.
Like.
I'm just not going to talk anymore.
I think that
so
can
I
wrap
don't
it up.
say it.
Yeah, we've broken a record now, so it's only downhill from here.
The only thing I don't like, I do not appreciate.
That was an actual okay time.
That
to use
was
it.
you could have actually used that.
I think one thing I do not like is when you do, like Brady said, when you put something for undervalued or whatever, and you get bombarded within the first half hour of it.
Yeah,
I'll take it right now. I got this cash. That happened with my boat and then one of my cars, and was not. I did not like it either. When
That's
I
why
go,
you just mark it as pending and then just reply to the first 10 people.
yeah, blows.
So.
So all right, well, we'll end it on that, fellas. Till
All
next
right.
week.
Yeah.
See you
Like
later.
I'll talk to you like later.
All right.
Totally like.
Like it.
See you later.
Yeah, like bye.
Get out of here!